cultural humility and cultural awareness in terms of how they are important in the counseling profession. I think just that vulnerability that our text talks about, the creating that space where the client knows that you are um, taking them seriously enough and caring enough to not pretend like you understand where they're coming from, but you show a genuine curiosity and willingness to learn. Um, and I think that's a beautiful, beautiful thing because I find myself just genuinely curious when I'm talking to anyone. And whenever you meet someone with a different background or different cultural, beliefs or ways of viewing the world, I think there's something that you both learn, you both grow. So within the counseling context, I think that's just vital. As far as the advocacy and social justice, the counseling profession as a whole, when counselors get united, that just seems like the perfect place to advocate for people that are either oppressed or just not given a fair share of what society has to offer. I think the counseling profession is perfect for getting together and advocating for those people groups. Um, One Bible verse that comes to mind that was actually mentioned in our text was the Good Samaritan. I think that's a wonderful story about expectations being basically shattered. There's so many ways that we can think about, oh, well, this person, because of their cultural background, is going to be like this, or but that story of the Good Samaritan is a perfect example of how you might have had an expectation of how that Samaritan was going to react to the person that had been robbed, but he does the exact opposite. And so it just opens up this whole, wow, like, well, what expectations do I have that are probably wrong, and the counseling relationship is a perfect way to explore that. As far as the actions I want to take to demonstrate cultural humility, I love in the video on the the blog we listened to. I love the suggestion of including it in the informed consent. I think that's something that I would definitely want to do, but also with the reminder of you have to not just leave it there. You have to be intentional about bringing up cultural differences that you see and asking the client, are they being understood? And as far as advocate engaging in social justice, one thing that came to mind was just seeing counselors I've looked up that have as their part of their profile things like the alliance with the LGBTQ community. So I think that's something that I would want to do as well, is looking for different groups that are not represented or have been oppressed in a lot of ways, and just making a point to say, like, hey, I'm here, I'm willing to talk to you where you are, with no judgment, creating a safe space for anyone to come and receive quality counseling.